Life in a Scotch Sitting Room, Volume 2, Episode 11. The sky grew black and white. The wind blew under the door. "Let us go for a walk," said Father. We rose slowly from our positions towards the door. The door locked tight, we set off in a straggly line, hugging the wall to escape the worst of the effects of the fresh air. When we left the street and were in the country, Father became instructive. "There is a thistle," he would cry into the wind, pointing a pale finger, and we looked. Then further along, "There is another thistle," again pointing. There were lots of thistles in Scotland. We were soon well acquainted with them. Mother was also informative. "Look, a patch of grass!" and we dutifully twisted our heads, then hugged the dry stone dyke to escape the worst effects of the fresh air. Sometimes a big man would pass, astride a donkey packed with turnips. We would ponder. Father would enlighten us. "He will sell the turnips to a shop." When we came to the field, my parents would sit back to back by a tree and order us to play. Our best game was finding a rabbit hole, pushing our foot down, turning a right angle, then trying to pull it up with the brogue still on. An incensed rabbit would often carry a brogue off to its nest, and an incensed father would have to squirm through the warren to retrieve it. But he had played the same game when he was a lad, and could scarcely blame us for following in his footsteps. The other game was battering one another over the head with a thistle while shaking hands. When Mother called, we ran up, tore a chunk off a square loaf, scooped it deep into margarine, then ran off to a secure place. After tea, Father played the pipes, and we danced reels on the dyke. Often we slipped and gashed our thighs quite badly, but nobody cared in those days. It was all part of going for a walk. We went home in a line, Father pointing out objects of interest as we passed, like, "Look, a tree," and if he knew, he would tell us the name. Home, we returned to our positions, while Father snored with his head on the table, and Mother mixed porridge. We listened to the wind, and winked and smiled, absent-mindedly rubbing spittle on our cuts.